I don't believe in religious groups that have big churches and a lot of money behind them.
So a Baptist church that is small and a Baptist church that has a large amount of money, they all believe in the same thing. Is one the true Christianity and one a false Christianity?
Yes.
Okay,
So
what is
I'm
the
gonna tell
separating
you,
factor?
You comparing two Baptist churches, I'm not talking about the money.
Flashback.
Big churches and a lot of money behind them.
Okay, so you're just lying now.
No, I'm
5
not. I'm
times since
saying
this
that I don't like
conversation.
going to church. I'm saying that churches
That doesn't
and
disprove
like
anything. I don't like going to the dentist, but dentists are real.
I'm not saying that I don't like something. I'm just
That's
saying that I
literally the
don't think
argument
it's
you're
right.
bringing. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 31.
All right, can you disprove Christianity?
So, I was gonna ask a question before I did it. So I can disprove organized Christianity, like the religion that like most people follow. I don't think that like Christianity in itself is like a useless tool, but I don't agree with
What is the difference
sin
between
and
organized
hell.
Christianity and just Christianity?
I feel like Christianity started.
Right. Well, but hold on. I'm not interested in where it started. I just wanted
I
the
do
difference.
believe in God, so I'm not going to sit here and say I don't believe in a God.
Okay. But just the difference
start
between
with that?
organized Christianity and unorganized Christianity.
It's a religion. It's the sects. So you've got like Catholicism, Protestant, you've got Baptist. There's different styles of practicing Christianity.
So you think unorganized Christianity is true?
I think that there is magic in Christianity if you
It's
use
not
it
the question I asked you. Do you think unorganized Christianity is true?
I think that, like I said, yes. I guess if you use it correctly, I think that it has to be like a personal.
Okay, but if you use it correctly, then it's organized.
No.
Yeah, by definition.
Like, when I say organized, so wait, let me just tell you what I mean when I say the word organized then. So saying the word organized, I'm saying like a parish, it's like a business. It's like it's a business. It's like a corporation.
Okay, so you're against. And
when I say organized religion,
right.
I say
right. So just to be clear, you're against the organized versions of Christianity. That's not your organized version of Christianity.
I don't have an organized version of Christianity.
Well, you said use it correctly. By that definition, it's organized.
I think that there are tools within Christianity.
Can you use something that's disorganized?
Yeah.
You can use a disorganized thing correctly.
I'm a super disorganized person. I exist every day.
No. There's certain things about you that are organized to do things.
So you ask like these questions and like.
But can you use something in a disorganized way effectively?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, you can.
Like what?
It's called like it's a personality type. We're talking about just how a person is.
Can you give me an example of something that's used in a disorganized way?
I'm telling you that organized, when I say, okay, we'll change the word because I think you're going to fixate on the word organized. I don't believe in religious groups that have big churches and a lot of money behind them and give people like, I think that it's a tool.
Okay, so if it's a small church that has no money, but it's organized, are you against that?
I don't think that would fall under organized religion.
Okay, so a Baptist church that is small but follows all the same Baptist beliefs versus.
I don't think it would be a church unless you.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. So a Baptist church that is small, that has no money, gives everything to charity. Their building is given to them by charity. Everything is charitable.
So you're talking about
can I please finish my example?
But like you're just
can I please finish my example? Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
But like.
Thank you so much. So a Baptist church that is very small, has no money, everything is given to charity, versus a Baptist church that has.
That has nothing to do with money.
I'm still not. I will show you. I will show you what it has to do with money if you let me finish what I'm saying.
I think condemning people to hell is wrong.
If you let me finish what I'm saying, I will show you what it has to do.
Condemning people to hell is wrong.
Finish what I am saying, I will.
Everyone
if you let
has
me
a right
finish
to be
what
a
I am
person.
saying, I will show.
No, because what you're saying.
All right. Well, I'm going to move. So here's our options. You're going to let me finish what I'm saying. I'm going to move on. What do you want to do?
Okay. I'll let you finish what you're saying, but you're repeating yourself over and over again.
I'm only repeating myself because you keep cutting me off, so I have to restart.
It's called circles.
Okay, so can I finish? Please don't finish. So, a small Baptist church that has no money, right? Nothing behind them. Everything is given to charity. And a Baptist church that has a large amount of money, right? And they pay their pastors well, but they all believe in the same thing, right? Fundamentally of what Christianity is. Is one the true
Mhm.
Christianity and one a false Christianity?
Yes.
Okay,
So
what
I'm
is the
going to tell
separating
you,
factor?
there's a separating factor in the sect that the way, like the Bible that is distributed to people between like the Catholic Bible, the
You're not
King James
answering the
Bible,
question. What is
whether
the
even if
separating
they're true.
factor between the two Baptist
I'm
churches in the
trying to get to the
example?
point. You're not letting me finish.
You're not answering the question
I'm getting
because
there.
there's
I'm getting there.
there's no reason to
You're
bring
not
up the
letting me.
Catholic Church if I'm talking about
I'm
two
telling
same
you why
Baptist.
it's different. You're not letting me say my
If
reason. I'm trying to answer your
the
question.
example, miss, is two Baptist churches. There's no reason to bring up the Catholic Church.
Okay, the two Baptist churches though are, when I'm telling you what I don't agree with, I do not agree with a organized or a business that tells people. I don't like hearing God's word out of other people's mouth.
What?
So you're not
I
going to
think that
answer
it's-
my question?
I'm just saying that, like, you comparing two Baptist churches, I'm not talking about the money. It's not about how much money they're getting.
But
I'm saying
that's the differentiating
overall,
factor
it's a
that you
pure
brought
thing.
in when I
think it's a
asked
pure
you
thing.
when I asked you originally what's the difference between a disorganized and organized religion.
There
you-
isn't a. I'm,
you
I'm,
used-
I'm
you
telling
used
you that
money.
there isn't a difference. My answer is there is not a
You
difference.
used money.
My
So-
answer is there is not a difference.
But you said you prefer disorganized Christianity. You had no issues with disorganized. That's
I
the original
prefer
claim that you made.
When I say
So you're dishonest now.
I prefer personal journey.
Okay, so you're just lying now.
I'm not lying. I'm saying
you are
that
you are lying.
there's
You've
a
shifted
difference.
your goal and your definition like
No, I'm
5
not.
times
I'm
since
saying
this
that I don't like
conversation.
going to church. I'm saying that churches
That doesn't
and
disprove
like
anything.
being forced.
I don't like going to the
I'm
dentist,
here-
but dentists are real.
I didn't say anything wasn't real.
Okay, well you don't like going to the church. That doesn't mean anything.
I think that going to the church is.
I don't like
weird.
I don't like broccoli. Is broccoli fake?
That has nothing to listen.
The
I
statement
think
here is
that
can you
there's
disprove
I think that
Christianity
there's a more effective way to love other people and yourself
based
than
off
to
what?
have a book that tells you that if you're gay, you're less than.
I
if
can't
you
I
have a
can't talk
book-
about that subject. We'll get banned.
Well, I'm just saying that like those little things that like they inch in there and they focus. I think that it
Okay,
destroys.
so you're just bringing up
what
things that you
Christianity- I
don't
think-
like. This doesn't disprove anything.
I
Again,
know. I think that what
I don't
Christianity
like
is.
I
Means,
don't like broccoli. Does that mean broccoli is fake?
I'm saying that what most people
Can
have
you answer the
access to
question, please? Can you answer the
Christianity-wise
question,
is-
please? I don't like
Then-
broccoli. Can you answer the question, please? I don't like.
I'm not saying that I don't like something. I'm
That's
just saying that I
literally the
don't think
argument
it's
you're
right.
bringing.
I don't like church.
It's limiting. It's limiting to people.
You just said that it's fake because you don't like it.
It's fake because you're doing what they put into one place.
Who
that you
put
need
into
to
one
do.
place? Who's they?
The book that you read, the Bible,
Mhm.
it is a hand-selected literature. It's a great book. It has a lot of good stories. Okay, but that book was hand-selected. I think that
Okay. Can you name a book that? Can you name
exposure
a?
to the
Hold
full-
on. Just pause real quick. Can you name a book that wasn't
Mhm.
hand selected?
I'm gonna say that there's a lot of parts of Christianity that people don't have a lot of.
Why
access
don't you answer any question I actually ask you? Why do you just?
Well,
I ask you a question and then you just shift to a completely different topic.
well, that's my answer.
You said that the reason you're making an argument that you can't trust Christianity because the book is hand selected. Okay, can you name a book that isn't hand
And
selected?
you said that everything's not hand selected. It's not. When I
I'm
say
not, I didn't
hand
make that.
selected,
Can you make that?
so
Can
what is
again?
mainstream?
Can again?
What do most Christians?
Okay, I'm going to ask this
What do
question.
most Christians
Okay,
have access to? I'm asking you. What do
I'm going to
most
ask you
Christians
this
have access
question
to?
again. If you don't answer it, I'm going to move on to the
I'm
next
answering
person.
it. What do
So,
most Christians have access to?
Can you?
That's what
can
I'm
you
talking
give me a
about.
book that isn't hand selected?
I mean, a book that you don't select with your hand. I don't know. Like I'm talking
I
the
appreciate
mainstream
your time.
Bible.
God
I'm
bless. and have a
saying
great
that
day.
the book.
She's literally the one that used the word hand select, and then she acted like you didn't know what you were talking about.
It's she was all over the place. She would shift from topic to topic to topic to topic to topic anytime I asked her a question.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. If you want to watch more, you can click one of these and you can keep watching.